Guys, ammunition for this video has been provided by Browne Works Inc., manufacturer of fine custom handgun grips. If you guys are looking for very unique, very customized handgun grips for your favorite handgun, contact Mark at Browne Works Inc., link in the description below, and create something beautiful for your favorite handgun. And don't forget to tell them Wyoming Gun Project sent you.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take a look at a Commander, a Colt Commander that I picked up from a very good friend of mine, Mike. This was, according to Colt's archives, I looked it up, this was manufactured in 2002. So this pistol is 23 years old, and look at the condition on this thing. It is fantastic. Now this is a perfect representation of what you used to get back in the early 2000s if you were going to order a 1911, and in this case a Commander 1911. So let's just kind of go over the specs and features, and maybe somewhere in the video I'll give you a story in the background of this pistol, because this pistol, I do have a kind of a history with this pistol and its bigger brother, which I'll explain later in the video, maybe on the range portion or something. And it's awesome. I will do a separate video also where I compare it to a modern combat Commander, and so we can see the differences in the features of what Colt has changed over the course of 23 years. So as you can see, this is a blued carbon steel gun. It has this awesome roll mark. I dig that roll mark, dude. That thing is freaking cool. It does have the straight up and down slide serrations. It has standard white 3-dot sights, nothing fancy. It does have the Commander style ring hammer, standard safety, which on this model is actually very positive up and down. They fit this one excellent. As you can see, standard grip safety, no memory bump and no beaver tail. That's how they came back then. Standard like rubber plastic grips, flat mainspring housing, which all the way back then they were still using this plastic or Delrin mainspring housing. So maybe there's not an issue with them. You got, I think when Mike bought it, you probably got 2 magazines when you bought this. But it only came with one, who the original owner bought back in the day. It came with one 8-round Colt magazine. So that's cool. A standard frame, a long trigger, no speed holes or anything in it like that. You know, standard frame, single side thumb safety. It is a Series 80, and the modern Commanders are also still Series 80, but they put it right there. Series 80. What's this one say? Colt 45 Auto. Now this was before they switched over and started using their national match barrels. I believe all Colt 1911s nowadays come with the national match barrels. Pinned in front sight, standard bushing, standard recoil plug, which I still dig. Not the biggest fan of guide rods. Standard length magazine release button, which is cool. Don't have an issue with that. It looks like it's fit pretty good on the back. I mean, there's no overhang of the ejector. Very little overhang of the extractor, and it looks like it's that different kind of purplish color, like they heat treated it. It does have, let's see what it does. It does have an extended ejector in there. Let's see if we can get a look at that. Yeah, maybe there you go. You can see it right there. Extended ejector. The ejection port is lowered. It is not flared though. That's something they're doing on the modern combat Commanders. They flare the back right there, but it is, as you can see, it is relieved in the front. So they kind of, even back then, right there, they cut out a little notch so it's easier to, when you rack out a live round, it's easier to get it out of there. So they lowered it, and, you know, they didn't flare it, but they lowered it and relieved it up front right there. That's very cool. Again, I will mention solid trigger on this thing. Let's see how much trigger play up and down. Not much. I mean, it's pretty good. Side to side, that's a little bit more than I like to see, but this is a factory gun. It's not a custom, but up and down's pretty good. Guys, this thing, I haven't shot it yet, but I have dry fired it, and man, I hope it comes through on video with the trigger weight gauge. It has a fantastic trigger. I mean, it is a really nice trigger, especially for being Series 80. I mean, thumb safety is fit fantastic. Does it work? Yep, sure does. Does the grip safety work? Let's see what the engagement is. I think on this one, yeah, you have to go, it's like 80%. You got to go almost all the way in before it will release. Got no issues with the hammer. No movement whatsoever of the barrel. Yeah, this is actually a really nice example, and it's been kept in beautiful condition for all those years. So let's get a weight, a trigger pull, and then let's get it out to the range. I'll give you some background on this pistol. Let's get it out to the range and see how it shoots after this. So, how much does the 2002 Colt Commander weigh? 32.53 ounces, and with the factory supplied magazine, 34.84 ounces. Okay. 34.84. Let's fire this trigger gauge up right here. I love these classic pistols, man. These classic 1911s from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. 3.92. All right, let's reset that. 3.10. And 280. It really is. I would say if you average those two, it's probably about 3.5 pounds. And I would agree with that. Again, very positive on and off on this thumb safety, which is fantastic. There's your take up, and it just breaks, man. It just breaks. I gotta admit, and this has not had, to my knowledge, this is a bone stock factory gun. Nothing has been changed on here. The gentleman that owned it before Mike bought it, he didn't change anything to my knowledge. Mike, I think he bought this and put it away in a drawer and barely shot it because it is in beautiful condition. Yeah, it's take up. Yeah, it's fantastic. That's fantastic. Let's look. There's the 80s firing pin safety right there. Typically, you're going to get slightly worse triggers. Not that excellent gunsmiths can make Series 80s triggers feel just like Series 70s, but this is better than some of the Series 70s Colts that I have that I bought recently. So let's stop talking and let's start shooting. Let's get out on the range and fire this old girl up. We're just going to see how it shoots. We got some C-Zone steel down there at about 20 yards. I have no doubt this pistol will shoot just fine. Accuracy portion of this review, we have our 3-inch shoot and see. We have our Colt Commander. We have 5 rounds, 230 grain hardball, because they all fall to hardball. We're going to go back 7 yards, and we're going to shoot at that shoot and see and just see how it shoots, man. All right. Here we go. That was pretty quick too. I'll take that. That's not bad. That's not bad. This thing shoots great, man. So let's go and get the final thoughts. Final thoughts on the 2002 Colt Commander. I think it's fantastic, man. As you saw on the tabletop, safety is fit perfectly. Very positive. The trigger pull. The trigger is absolutely amazing. And this is a Series 80, man. This is a throwback from the days gone by. Long trigger. I mean, this is great. But this is what you used to get back in the early 2000s. Compared to now, you get a lot of features on the Colt Commander. And I'm going to do a comparison video of I think it was made in 2024. It might be 2023. But a newer, within the last couple of years, manufacturer Commander and the 2002 Commander. I don't know if that video has dropped yet. If it has, I'll put a link to the description down below. If there's no link, it hasn't dropped. I want to say thanks to 3-inch Mike. Joking, of course. Again, I'll reiterate that. It's because he loves 3-inch Smith & Wesson revolvers. Got to agree with him. I'm a fan. He's a dear friend. Been friends with him for decades. Told you a story about this at the beginning of the range session. This is a fantastic gun. So there it is, folks. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.